If you wiggle a string, a wave travels down its length. If you drop a stone in water, ripples expand across the surface. In both cases, physical matter is moving up and down. But light travels through the absolute vacuum of deep space, where there is no matter to wiggle. What exactly is waving when a beam of light travels across the universe? The answer is not a physical substance, but a self-sustaining loop of pure geometry, written in the language of vector fields. To visualize this, we must replace the idea of physical matter with two vector fields, an electric field, denoted as E, and a magnetic field, denoted as B. At every point in empty space, these fields exist as mathematical arrows pointing in specific directions with specific magnitudes. They do not require a medium to exist. They are properties of space itself. When light propagates, these arrows do not physically move through space. Instead, their lengths change over time, oscillating in value at each fixed coordinate. The interaction between these two fields is governed by Maxwell's equations. The first half of the propagation engine is Faraday's law of induction. Mathematically, we write this as nabla times E equals negative nabla times B over T. Geometrically, the left side represents the curl of the electric field. Imagine a circle of tiny vectors. If they spin around a central axis, the curl is non-zero. The right side is the rate of change of the magnetic field over time. This equation tells us that a changing magnetic field forces the electric field to curl around it. The second half of the engine is the Maxwell-Ampere law, written as nabla times B equals mu naught epsilon naught times nabla times E over T in a vacuum. Here, the curl of the magnetic field is directly proportional to the rate of change of the electric field over time. This creates a perpetual mathematical feedback loop. A changing magnetic field generates a curling electric field, and this changing electric field in turn generates a curling magnetic field. One cannot exist in motion without generating the other. By applying the mathematical curl operation to Faraday's law, we can decouple these two fields. This vector identity allows us to combine the two first-order equations into a single second-order partial differential equation. This is the electromagnetic wave equation, written as nabla squared E equals 1 over c squared times nabla squared E over t squared. We have eliminated the magnetic field from this expression entirely, leaving a pure mathematical description of how the electric field behaves on its own. Let us break down the geometry of this equation. The operator on the left, delta squared, is the Laplacian. Geometrically, the Laplacian measures the difference between the value of the field at a specific point and the average value of the field at its neighboring points. If the Laplacian is negative, the point is a local peak, higher than its neighbors. If it is positive, the point is a local valley. This operator measures the spatial curvature of the field. On the right side of the equation, we have the second derivative with respect to time, delta squared delta t squared. This represents the acceleration of the field value at a single point. The wave equation states that the temporal acceleration of the field is directly proportional to its spatial curvature. If a point on the wave is curved sharply relative to its neighbors, it will accelerate rapidly back toward the average. This local imbalance drives the propagation forward. The constant of proportionality connecting these two behaviors is c squared, where c is the speed of light. This constant is determined by two fundamental properties of free space, the vacuum permeability, mu0, and the vacuum permittivity, epsilon0. This relationship is expressed as c equals 1 over root mu0 epsilon0. The speed of light is not an arbitrary cosmic speed limit. It is the exact ratio of how easily space allows electric and magnetic fields to store and transfer energy. To visualize this ripple in 3 dimensions, imagine a plane wave. The electric field vectors oscillate vertically up and down. Perpendicular to them, the magnetic field vectors oscillate horizontally left and right. Both of these oscillations are perpendicular to the direction of travel. As the electric field reaches its maximum value, its rate of change momentarily drops to 0, while the spatial curvature reaches its peak. This continuous orthogonal handoff of energy propagates through space as a transverse wave. This self-propagating geometric ripple requires no physical medium because it is a mathematical consequence of the structure of spacetime. By understanding how the spatial Laplacian drives temporal acceleration, we can calculate and harness the behavior of radio waves, visible light, and X-rays. This unified framework underpins all modern telecommunications, proving that light is not a material substance, but a traveling solution to a set of elegant geometric differential equations.